fair ball. What a play from Jacob! And that is destroyed! Tie game! 60. Play down the third baseline. Peter makes a great play from Peter McNeil. And that's a shot! Zach Hall, what a play! Oh, a moonshot. Oh, he robbed it! What a catch! What a catch! Coming home. And he hits it! What a play! What a play! The double play from Jerry Langston! And that ball is out of here! Walk-off home run, Jake Oliver! He's advancing home. I don't know if I like it. Oh! He's down! He got him! Oh my God! He crossed the plate before he was there. In play, that's a fair ball. Jacob, what a play from Jacob! And that is destroyed! Tie game! 60. Play down the third baseline. Peter makes a great play from Peter McNeil. In play, that's a fair ball to Jacob. What a play from Jacob! And that is destroyed! Tie game! 60. That's in play down the third baseline. Peter makes a great play from Peter McNeil. He's heading home. Oh, he's out. He's gonna be out. Jordan Rice heads out. Trey Clifton right. Push it over to first and still get Alex Hart. Come on, get out, ball later. And he might have just missed it. Got it wrong from Jordan Rice. And that's a shot. That's all on the play. Steps on second, flips over to first, and he does it! Oh my Lord, Zach Inouye, a solo!
That's in play down the third baseline. Peter makes the great play from Peter McNeil.
Oh! Philip Grossman walk off the 8th season. Oh!
Come on, get out, ball later.
And that ball is out of here! Walk-off home run, Jake Oliver! That ball's in play. Going back, Key McKay! Back at Thomas Playhouse makes the grab! He's heading home. Oh, he's out! He's gonna be out! Good move, I like it! That ball is absolutely tattooed! And what a roll! What a roll from Key McKay!
Flare it up. What a play for Peter McNeil.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the third and final series of what has been a very busy week here in the AWA. 2 series down so far, 1 more to play on a gorgeous Thursday afternoon as the Northern Nighthawks get ready to take on the Eastern Enforcers. I'm Trevor Butler, all by myself today with Jack's Nighthawks on the field, and we are set for a good one. The Aces dropped 2 of 3 back on Tuesday, so it's a big opportunity for the Nighthawks to try and find themselves at the top of the league. 2 games back. If they sweep, they'll go to the #1 seed. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups first for the Northern Nighthawks.
Jack Playhouse, University of Washington.
Drew Gradwell, Blue Mountain State University. Go Goats.
Philip Rosenbacher, Meadowdale High School.
Chance Justice, ITT Tech.
Philip Thomas, Meadowdale Middle School.
And the lineups for the Eastern Enforcers, the home team tonight.
Jake Oliver, Seattle Area Pipe Trades.
Joshua Gradwell, Evansville High School.
Jonathan Galgano, Washington State University.
Tyler Clout, Hilltop Elementary.
Isaac Van Horn, Seattle University.
And as we get set to get underway here in just a moment, it's Both teams a little bit shorthanded. The Enforcers only missing Yoshi Milady thus far. He should be here in relatively quick time. For the Nighthawks, they are currently down both Philip Thomas and Chance Justice, so waiting on those two. It's assumed that we'll get started without them, but like I said, this is a very big opportunity for the Nighthawks today. With the Aces dropping 2 of 3 to the Mojo, the Nighthawks have an opportunity to rally for that #1 seed. Meanwhile, the Enforcers, another one of those teams stuck in the middle. Lots of teams jockeying for those 4, 5, 6, 7 seeds. And the Enforcers need to keep winning, especially with both the Cyclones. I'm blanking. With 2 teams at the bottom of the standings managing to take 2 of 3 in their respective series, it's a big one here for the Enforcers as they look to hang on. And I'm getting peppered with wiffle balls back here. This one is going to roll perfectly back to me. We should have an interesting one tonight. And we'll take a look at the defensive alignments for both teams. The Nighthawks are going to send Drew Gradwall to the hill, Philip Grossenbacher at first, Philip Thomas at second, and Jack Blehaus over at third. Chance Justice will be the designated hitter for the Nighthawks. And for the Enforcers, it'll be Tyler Clout on the hill, down Josh Gradwall. So it'll be Tyler Clout on the hill, Yoshi Milady at first, John Galgano at second, Isaac Van Horn manning the hot corner at third, and Jake Oliver will be the designated hitter for game 1. So we're going to get things underway now here in the top of the first. Jack Blehaus will lead us off, and of course Josh Gradwall will not be pitching. It will be Tyler Clout. And Clout misses outside to open things up here on a Thursday afternoon. Runs inside, and Blehaus is ahead 2-0. Clout making his first pitching appearance of the season. And he's behind 3-0 to Blehaus. As that one drops in, nothing but a chuckle from the man at the plate, Jack Blehaus, and it'll be a 3-1 count on the way. Hitters count to the leadoff man. Pulled left side, tough play, Jake Oliver. He's going to bobble it around. And Blehaus is aboard to open things up. Grounded left side, and Jake Oliver couldn't quite jump on it.
Hey, put him in sport mode real quick.
So with Chance Justice not here quite yet as well, it'll be Drew Gradwall stepping in. And it looks like he may actually have just gotten here, so we'll see if Gradwall comes to the plate or if Justice takes the swings he's supposed to. It does look like he will. So it will be Chance Justice stepping into the box here with nobody down in the top of the first. Game number 1 between the Enforcers and the Nighthawks. And Yoshi Milady has just walked in, so both teams now at full strength. First pitch from Clout to Justice is taken for strike 1 at 54. left down the middle. The 0-1 is outside ball 1. 1-1 now on the way from Clout, and Justice will wear it off the hip and go ahead 2-1. Two-one pitch. Try the knuckler at a blistering 38 miles an hour. Popped up. Van Horn comes on and hauls it in for the first out. So Isaac Van Horn able to hang on to the pop-up, and there's one down here in the top of the first. So Blayhouse will stay at first as Drew Gradwell steps in, and his practice swing manages to knock the zone offline. And of course, the two teams winning their series were the Cyclones and Mojo. As Gradwell takes ball 1 and swings through the second, offering the at-bat for strike 1. 1-1 pitch. Drops out for ball 2. Gradwell ahead 2-1 here, hitting .311 so far on this season with 6 homers. 2-1 pitch from Clout. Misses upstairs, and it's a 3-1 hitter's count to what would typically be the 4-hole hitter for this Nighthawks team, hitting in the 3-hole. And he'll take a walk on a pitch that runs behind him. So 2 on now, still only 1 away here in the top of the first. And it's going to be Philip Grossenbacher with an opportunity to keep things moving along. Clout able to restock on wiffle balls here before the at-bat. On a day that we thought would have been a family affair for these two squads. Could have been Drew versus Josh Gradwell. But the Enforcers' top pitcher, unfortunately not here, as Grossenbacher's going to push that out toward left center field over the head of John Galgano. Everybody moves up 40 feet. A base hit single for Philip Grossenbacher. And it's going to be bases loaded with nobody down, or with 1 down, my apologies. So it'll be Philip Thomas now making his first at-bat of the day, and he leaves the first pitch upstairs for ball 1. And he'll leave that one outside. Thomas, of course, right in the thick of the home run race with 13 long balls so far on the year. Ahead 2-0 here. And he'll miss inside. It's 3-0. .30 pitch from Clout. Wanted to swing at something, can't connect with 41, and Clout will get one back. So it'll be a 3-1 count now. Through 1 count, misses outside, a 1-out walk. It'll bring a run home. And the Nighthawks strike first here in game 1. 2 walks and a couple base hits have the Northern Nighthawks in business. So back to the 2-hole man, Jack Blayhouse, who leaves the first pitch outside. Slapped a leadoff single his first time up. And he's ahead 2-0 here. Clout 17 balls to only 7 strikes thus far. And he misses outside again. It's 3-0. 3-0 grounded back up the middle. Clout's going to go home with it. Makes the easy play. They'll get the out at home. No runs will score. And of course, with me being here in the booth by myself, I've got to manage all the stats and everything. So a little chaotic up here. So 2 away now here in the top of the first. First pitch to Justice misses inside. Now the 1-0. That'll drop in at 56. Clout trying to escape the inning with only 1 run allowed. But Justice jumps ahead 2-1 here. The 2-1 pitch. Just catches the inside part of the zone. Some nice placement from the right-hander. Justice hitting at a 256 clip, a pair of homers thus far on the year. Has walked 19 times. This is the first pitching appearance of Tyler Clout's career. 2-2 pitch, misses outside, and the count goes full 3-2. Justice looking to get aboard and continue the inning. Payoff pitch popped up, going foul. Count will stay the same, and we'll try it all again. Full count offering. Missed outside. Justice takes a walk, gets aboard for the first time today, and makes it 2-0 Nighthawks. Small ball working out for the visitors so far, who jump ahead 2-0 here in the top of the first. It'll bring Drew Gradwall back up. Walked last time up. His 20th walk of the season. Green light on first pitch. Took a hearty hack at it, but can't connect with 55. 0-1. Just catching the inside part of the zone, and Gradwall's going to have to defend. Clout looking to get out of the inning. Missed upstairs, and Gradwall gets one back. Clout still trying to limit the damage. As that misses downstairs. He's missed high, he's missed low. We'll see if he can locate here. 2-2 pitch. Swung through, strike 3. Gradwall goes down swinging. The Nighthawks get 2, but stray on the bases loaded. We head to the bottom of the first. 2-0 your score. So Jake Oliver is going to lead things off here in the bottom of the first. Enforcers looking to respond in kind after the Nighthawks jumped out to a 2-0 lead. It'll be Drew Gradwall on the hill as per usual. Right in the thick of the Cy Young race. Couldn't quite make the grab on that one like I did a couple days ago, as it's fouled back by Oliver for strike 1. 0-1, 59 on the money from Gradwall, and Oliver's behind 0-2. That one misses outside, and he'll get one back. Gradwall posting a 2.85 ERA with 70 strikeouts on the year. In a heated race for the strikeout king with Moses Valdez of the Aces, who didn't necessarily have himself the greatest series in the world. The 3-2, though. Misses outside, and after Gradwall was ahead 0-2, Oliver works his way all the way back into this at-bat and works a walk.
Now back, the Eastern Enforcers. First baseman, number 34, Tyler Clout.
So Tyler Clout will step in now after the leadoff walk. He swings through the first pitch for strike 1. And leaves that one for strike 2, quickly behind 0-2. Gradwall looking to correct his mistakes from earlier, but that one will stay inside for ball one. Drops out for ball two. And again misses low, so back-to-back at-bats that have run full after starting off 0-2. This time, though, Clout will only be able to watch. Just catches the outside part of the zone, and Tyler Clout is down looking for the first out of the bottom of the inning. So with one down, it'll be Yoshi Milady here. A late entrant into the league, but hitting .222 with 4 homers thus far. 4 homers to only 5 strikeouts. So Yoshi Milady really hitting, at least putting bat on ball and putting stuff in play as he takes strike one here and takes strike two. Josh Gradwall with a few struggles as he misses outside here, but all 3 of the enforcer batters he's faced have fallen behind 0-2 early. Two swung through strike 3. Milady goes down swinging, back-to-back Ks after a leadoff walk for Drew Gradwall. So it'll bring John Galgano in. 2 outs with 1 on here in the bottom of the first. Enforcers looking to bounce back after surrendering a couple runs in the top of the frame. First pitch is outside for ball 1. And again, missed low. Galgano hitting at a .259 clip thus far this season. As he pops one up, it's going to go way foul. And it's 2-1. Jam shot back to Gradwall, reins it in. Enforcers strand a man on first, but cannot produce. We head to the second, 2-0 Nighthawks your score. So here in the top of the second, Jake Oliver is going to take over on the hill for the Enforcers. So Tyler Clout's day is done after only 1 inning. A pitching change here in the top of the second. So it'll be Philip Grossenbacher leading things off here in the top of the second versus Oliver. First pitch on the way, misses outside, and that's how we get things started for Jake Oliver's day on the hill. A 4.25 ERA for Oliver, 18 1/3 innings pitched out of the right-hander, usually one of the back-end starters for this Enforcer squad. It says 1-1 is pushed the other way by Grossenbacher, goes opposite field with it, no throw from Milady, and a leadoff base hit single for Philip Grossenbacher. A little worm burner through the right-hand side, and it puts the 5-hole hitter aboard. So Philip Thomas will step in, walked his first time up. First pitch of his second at-bat misses outside at 58. '61 saved by the speed check is Thomas, and Oliver, as per usual, quick to point it out. That's why we call it the Jake Oliver Sportsmanship Award. 1-0 once again, drops out, and it's 2-0. Oliver kicks and fires, and a healthy cut right there from Thomas. Can't quite connect, and Oliver gets one back. It's 2-1. After the leadoff base hit single, this one will miss inside. It's a 3-1 hitter's count. Three-one on the way, misses inside, a one-out or a no-out walk to the second hitter of the inning, and both men have gotten aboard to open things up here in the second. So another big opportunity for Jack Playhouse here, with 2 on. 2 for 2 with a pair of singles thus far in this one. Oliver looks home and fires at 59. Playhouse takes strike one. He was shocked by that one. Now the 0-1 pitch on the way. Missed way upstairs. Oliver home with the 1-1. In there for strike two. Playhouse didn't love it. And he's behind 1-2. Oliver looking for the first out of this second inning here in game number 1. And like we said, the Nighthawks really cannot afford to drop these games if they want to try and even things up at the top of the standings. Playhouse taps that one foul and stays alive. A 2-2 pitch here from Oliver. Little excuse me swing tapped foul from Playhouse. Wouldn't have mattered anyway, sitting 62 on the radar gun, but always nice to stay alive. As per usual, Playhouse rocking the purple shoes along with the whole purple outfit as he leaves that one upstairs for ball 3. The classic Nighthawks mono purple look. Full count offering from Oliver. Swung through, strike 3. Playhouse waves at 57, and there's one down. So after the first 2 men of the inning reach base, Jake Oliver able to pick up his first out of this Game 1 campaign. Chance Justice will step in and leave the first pitch outside for ball 1. As he watches strike 1 go by there. The 1-1 pitch. Whole heck of a lot of break on it, but it drops out of the zone for ball 2. Oliver kicks and fires. Missed outside again. And it's 3-1. The hitters count 3-1 pitch. Just catches the top part of the zone. Beautiful placement there from Justice to move the count full at 3-2. Looking for a second out in a row. Justice thought about it, started to go around, but refrains and takes a 1-out walk. It's going to be bases loaded with only 1 down here in the top of the second. And the Nighthawks are going to have an opportunity to really grow this lead. Oliver comes home, and Gradwell takes strike 1 at 43. Looked like he was dead taking the whole way, as that one just drops out of the zone at the last second to move the count back level 1-1. Oliver looking to pitch out of trouble here as he leaves that one inside, nearly at the elbow of Gradwall. The 2-1. That one got a little more break on it. Gradwall had to comment, said that one curved way more than the first pitch, and it's 2-2. Swung through strike three, the second swinging strikeout of this first game for Drew Gradwall, and there's 2 away. Oliver with a prime opportunity here to work his way out of a jam. So bases loaded, 2 down here for Philip Grossenbacher. Singled last time up to open this inning. He's going to pull one left side, steps on the bag, does Van Horn, and the Enforcers get out of a jam. The Nighthawks strand the bases loaded as we head to the bottom of the second. 2-0 your score. So after stepping on the bag and producing the final out of the top of the inning, Isaac Van Horn will step in for his first cuts, and he's going to pull one left side. It's going to go just foul. Hung up there long enough, looked like it could have been trouble, but it goes just foul at the last second for Van Horn, as he was looking to get a run back here in the bottom of the second. Oh, and 1 misses outside. As Van Horn swings through that one, a healthy cut for strike 2. And goes down swinging on 60. So a quick strikeout. One away now here in the bottom of the first as Drew Gradwall keeps working on lowering that ERA, trying to stay in that Cy Young hunt. First pitch misses inside to Oliver for ball 1. And he's going to pop one up, going over and making the grab as Philip Grossenbacher for the second out. Flown out to the right side, and the first baseman able to rein it in for out number 2 here in the bottom of the second. So it's back to Tyler Clout, 0 for 1 now, the designated hitter, as he takes strike 1. Gradwall looking to make quick work of this second inning, and he's got Clout on the ropes at 0-2. Thought about it, but holds off, does Clout for ball 1. Now the 1-2. Tapped foul, and he'll stay alive. 1-2 once more. Sent right side. Thomas is there. Comes up firing. Throw down the line. Grossenbacher can't quite make the play, and Tyler Clout is in safely with a 2-out single. Worked the count, fought his way aboard. And there's one on here. The first hit of the day for the Eastern Enforcers comes off the bat of Tyler Clout. So Yoshi Milady steps in now, and we've seen he's got quite a bit of power. He can really club the ball. So we'll have an opportunity here to tie this game. Takes a hearty hack at 56, but can't connect. 1-1 pitch on the way from Gradwall. Again swung through strike two. Milady with the green light on. Chance Justice warming in the Nighthawk bullpen. It's not going to matter, though. Yoshi Milady waves at strike three, and Drew Gradwall spins another shutout inning. We head to the third, 2-0 Nighthawks. So you see it here in the Enforcers opting to go with a bullpen game here in game one, as they're going to get an inning of work out of Yoshi Milady here in the top of the third. Oliver's going to move over to third. This means I've got to go into the stats and move everyone around once again. Van Horn is going to take over at first. Clout will stay as the designated hitter. It'll be Yoshi Milady on the hill for the first time in his career. So 2 of the 3 pitchers here in game one making their AWA pitching debuts. It'll be Milady facing the top of the order with Philip Thomas, and it's a tall task to have to deal with one of the most prolific home run hitters in this league to lead things off. Thomas yet to record an official at-bat, 0 for 0 with 2 walks. Thomas steps in, and we're underway. Here in the top of the third, first pitch from Milady misses outside. Second does just the same. Inside, it's 3-0 to the leadoff man. This one popped up right side. It'll settle in on top of the fire pit covering, so 3-0 green light on for Philip Thomas. It'll be a hitter's count, 3-1. This one grounded left side. Oliver gets there, comes up firing. And Yoshi Milady gets some help. A 3-1 ground out from Philip Thomas. The Nighthawks go the Enforcers go 5-3 on the infield play, and there's one down. So it'll bring Jack Blehouse back in. And he'll leave the first pitch inside. 2 for 3 with a couple singles and a strikeout. And just like Thomas before him, Blehouse is ahead 3-0. Sorry, now he runs ahead 3-0. Looking for a 1-out walk, and he'll send one left side. That's going to get all the way to the wall. Galgano able to rein it in on the hop, but a 1-out single for Jack Blehouse, his 3rd base hit of this ball game. It'll bring Chance Justice in here, looking to continue moving things along. He'll swing at the first pitch. He'll send it toward left. It's off the wall. Everybody moves up 40 feet. A deep single off the wall puts Blehouse on second. It's 2 aboard with only 1 gone. So Drew Gradwall leaves the first pitch in the dirt, 0 for 2 with a walk and 2 strikeouts as he leaves that one for strike one. He'll ground one left side, could be trouble. Play at second, not there. Galgano tried to dig for second, couldn't get turned around in time. Another one-out single. This time for Drew Gradwall, and it'll load the bases. Everybody moving up once again. And Philip Grossenbacher with a prime opportunity to add some insurance runs here in game one. First pitch just catches the top of the zone for strike one. 61, he'll be saved by the speed check there. Grossenbacher shaking his head. This one he leaves for strike two. Needing to defend. Saved again by the speed check at 62. Jake Oliver thought Milady had the K. O2 once more. This time at 59, it gets Grossenbacher down swinging for the second out of the inning. So back to the top of the order with Philip Thomas, and he'll leave ball one upstairs. 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a ground out. Tapped that one foul. The 1-1 misses outside. The 2-1 pitch is tapped foul, and the count moves even at 2-2. Milady looking for a way out. Grounded back up the middle, slips and falls, couldn't quite make the play. Tried the underhand flip, and it hit the hot tub. It was nearly maybe the play of the year. But 2 runs will score on one of the more interesting plays you'll ever see. It nearly could have been a SportsCenter top 10 moment. So it'll bring Jack Blehaus back in now with 2 outs. It'll be second and third with 2 down as Blehaus leaves that one. And another one that misses outside. Blehaus barely ahead 3-0 as he tags one foul. Blehaus 3 for 4 with a trifecta of singles. And he'll pop one up. Galgano hauls it in, but the Nighthawks get 2 more. We head to the bottom of the third. 4-0 your score. So after hauling in the inning-ending grab in the top of the third, John Galgano will step in 0 for 1 with a flyout at the plate. Gradwall misses that one a little outside. Outside, inside, he'll look for one just right here, trailing 2-0. That one missed by the smallest of margins to put Galgano ahead 3-0. And he'll take a leadoff walk, so Galgano looking to spark a rally here in the bottom of the third in the first game of a 3-game series. Nighthawks enter this one at 12-9. while the Aces sit at 14 and 10. Gradwall misses low. Isaac Van Horn 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He skied that one foul. Gradwall tried to go over, but it settles in on the roof of the tent. And it'll be 1-1 after that one was tapped foul. Back to work for Drew Gradwall. He'll miss inside for ball 2, struggling late on with command. He drops one in right as I say something. Van Horn leaves strike 2, the 2-2 pitch. Grounded, going foul, and that's where it'll settle in. Could have rolled back fair, but a heads-up play from Gradwall to jump on it just before it got out of the foul ball zone. Van Horn working out of a 2-2 count. And he'll swing through strike 3 for the first out of the inning. Drew Gradwall continues to stifle the Enforcers here in game 1. Back to the top of the order with Jake Oliver, who's 0 for 1 with a walk and a ground out so far as he takes strike 1 at 58 and leaves that low for ball 1. Gradwall kicks and fires, popped up, drops foul. And it's 1-2. The Nighthawks 4 runs on 8 hits, but they've stranded another 8 men on base. Nothing on 1 hit for the Enforcers. That stays low for ball 2. 2-2 missed inside, and the count is full. Oliver already with 1 walk today. He'll look to double up here. But he goes down swinging, overzealous on 59. Back-to-back strikeouts after the leadoff man got aboard. And the Enforcers are down to their final out here in game 1.
Right now, 7. Right now we're 8.
So it'll be Tyler Clout, the only hit of the day for the Enforcers. And he'll need to help spark something. Swings through 57 to open his 3rd at bat of the day. And leaves that one inside at 59 to level the count at 1. Takes strike 2. Enforcers down to their final strike here in the first game. Popped up. Gradwall is there, and he caps off a game 1 shutout. Drew Gradwall, dominant and commanding on the hill here in game number 1. Lowers his ERA down to 2.66. And that'll wrap up the first game of this 3-game tilt. Nighthawks win it 4-0.
Try to redirect. Yeah, I think it goes like I was like, let's not overthink this. Let's think about it. But I could have probably. We are away.
So after the game 1 shutout, Drew Gradwall is with Robert.
All right, Drew, talk about pitching in this kind of weather with a little bit of heat. How does that affect your approach?
I mean, I know I'm sweating a lot when I'm up there, but no, I'm still trying to focus on just in the strike zone, throwing good pitches, trying not to let the game get in my head. So stay hydrated when I'm off the field, so not too bad.
Yeah, talk about the team's overall approach with the play at a lot of walks leading to the swing.
Yeah, you know, I think they were kind of going with the bullpen approach. Kind of takes guys sometimes a little bit to find the strike zone. We were just telling guys, you know, wait for a good pitch to swing at. It's not there. It's not there. We got a base runner. So.
All right. Well, good luck for game 2 and 3, and back to the guys.
2 questions for you. Jake, text me. How do I look at your GRS? I'll find it later. I use it all on this.
Oh, yeah.
No, you're good.
I think his ERA is sub 5. I want to say 4.62.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Remind me when you.
Oh. We're enough there. That's tough. That's the most like inconsistent break for me, so I just throw it in the same spot and it depends on the ball. Back on the mound.
Are we home the whole 3 games?
We were just away.
Oh,
So now we're home. Yeah.
I was just seeing if I could.
Yeah.
Turn down my interview.
You got like a sense of urgency.
Probably good.
I got 3 in my pocket.
You don't need to do balls and strikes on that. That's
Yeah, something like that.
I like that.
So it'll be Jake Oliver leading things off here in Game 2. Right back to work for Drew Gradwell, who dropped his ERA down to 2.66 with a Game 1 shutout. Oliver leaves the first pitch inside, and we're underway here in the second game of a 3-game tilt. So that one stays outside once again, and it's going to be 3-0 from Gradwell, and he'll issue a leadoff walk on only 4 pitches. So Oliver able to get aboard quickly here in Game 2. Oliver will be on the hill again after the bullpen game in Game 1 for the Enforcers. The only pitcher not to allow a run in Game 1 for the Enforcers. So Clout steps back in. First pitch pulled left side. It'll sit down. Oliver digging around for third. He's going to try to come home through to the plate. Looked pretty close.
God damn. Oh, anyways, he's at second. Triple! Oh, man! He goes to second.
I'm saying until
He goes to second.
Hit the PVC pipe of the backstop.
That's dead ball.
Which is a part of the backstop. Yeah, it's a part of the strike zone, it's a part of the backstop.
So Clout takes a stand-up triple.
Where was he at at the time it hit the backstop? Because I think he was
happy to be here.
He probably ran a single.
No, is it inside the marker, right?
It's probably
He was in between first and second when it hit backstop.
So after much deliberation, Tyler Clout is going to have to go back to second. So he'll take a 1-out double. So Yoshi Milady will step in with 1 away and swing through the first pitch for strike 1. And he'll take strike 2 here. And he'll go down looking. 3 straight strikes to Yoshi Milady Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Drew Gradwall sits down Milady for the second out of the inning. So John Galgano will step in now, looking to bring the runner around from second. First pitch misses inside for ball number 1. Galgano, the 4-hole hitter here, leaves that one as well for ball 2. Pulls one right side. Grossenbacher comes on and hauls it in. So after some early antics, Gradwall able to escape the inning scoreless. We head to the bottom of the first, zeros on the scoreboard. Bottom of the first on tap, it'll be Philip Thomas leading things off for the Northern Nighthawks. Thomas facing Oliver, who, like I said, the only enforcer pitcher not to allow a run in his 1 inning of work in game 1. Oh, and 1 is upstairs. The count is level. 1-1 pitch. Drops in the dirt, ball 2. Gradwall was able to get through the top of the first on only 11 pitches. So the Nighthawks will look to tag Oliver for a little extra work, as a healthy cut from Thomas is tapped foul and the count runs 2-2. Oliver looking for the first out, and it won't come here as that ran low and in on Thomas. Count full 3-2 here to the leadoff man. We'll see what Oliver tries to pull. Thomas just got a piece of it and stays alive. Tried a little hit and run, the old softball style slap hit. 3-2, pull to right side, it's gonna get out on a rope. Philip Thomas leaves the yard, and the Nighthawks strike first here in game 2. Philip Thomas continues his red-hot streak. His 14th homer of the year, and it's 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. So it'll bring Jack Blehaus in, and he'll leave the first pitch outside for ball 1. Oliver now needing to regroup after the leadoff homer. He falls behind 2-0 on Blehaus. Gets one back there as the 2-hole hitter holds off. A 2-1 count on the way from Jake Oliver. Little jammer right back to him, and he easily flips over to first for the first out of the inning. Yoshi Milady able to rein it in. And after the leadoff homer, Oliver bounces back with an out. So Chance Justice will step in here. Hitting at a 275 clip now. 11 hits in 40 at-bats. He scored 18 runs. And he'll swing at the first pitch and foul it off. Oliver ahead 0-1. Leaves it outside and the count goes back to even. That one stayed inside.
The other one.
Justice trying to find a way aboard. The 2-1 pitch. Just catches the zone, and now he'll need to defend at 2-2. Oliver went with the eephus at 44, couldn't get it to drop back into the zone, and the count is full. Full count offering. Swung through, strike 3. Justice couldn't connect with 58, and there's 2 away. Little cash register machine there. So 2 away for Drew Gradwall now. Leaves the first pitch for ball 1. And the 1-0 runs inside for ball 2. Gradwell looking to work his way aboard. 2-0 tagged foul, and Oliver will get one back. 59 on that one. The 2-2 drops, or the 2-1 dropped out. A 3-1 hitter's count on the way. And tapped foul. The count runs full 3-2. Some interesting conversations going on in the Nighthawks dugout. I'm going to disregard that. Full count 3-2. Little jam. We're trying to lay out for it. Can't get there. Nobody home at first. And Drew Gradwall drops one in the bucket to get aboard here with 2 down. Classic hitting it where they ain't for Drew Gradwall. He's able to beat it out an infield single a la Ichiro or Stephen Kwan in the All-Star game if you so desire. As it brings Philip Grossenbacher in, he'll leave the first pitch outside for ball 1. Nearly a surprising amount of infield singles legged out in the All-Star game. Michael Garcia of the Kansas City Royals, somebody that many people say saved baseball, nearly legged out an infield single. Grossenbacher ahead 3-0, and he'll tag one foul. Of course, coming from Kansas, a lot of my friends Royals fans. Quite the Michael Garcia fan club out there. Grossenbacher takes strike 2, and after falling behind early, Oliver's back in it at a full count. The payoff pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Oliver slipped for a second, able to regain his footing and get the Enforcers out of the inning. But the Nighthawks plate one off the bat of Philip Thomas. We head to the second. It's 1-0.
From the loop to the finger thing.
What? Don't worry about it. You have to ask him before the game, and then talk about Florida. It was funny because I was like, free off, and then I know this. Did he stare? I had to rename the stare. Then I had to get it. morning.
had to know what was coming when they.
I love that model.
Without swear words. Give me $50 It's like, give me all the revenue from the baseball.
Aaron Rodgers didn't take the back seat. He also played with short chest.
No. You need to
Can't find it, no worries, Bill. Okay, yeah.
If
Ready?
you won 6
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And my first baseman back there.
Yeah.
or you would have to be sitting next
So back to work for Drew Gradwell here in the top of the second, now pitching with an advantage at 1-0.
Who's on second?
I don't know. No, they're on that.
It'll be Isaac Van Horn leading things off here in the top of the second. And he'll take strike one, barely on the inside corner. Drops in for strike two at 58. Back-to-back pitches at 58 here from Gradwell. And he's going to sit Van Horn down, swinging another strikeout for Drew Gradwell on another planet right now. One down here in the top of the second in game two.
Oh, I got two. Look at that.
Nice.
Good man.
So with one away, it's back to the top of the order with Jake Oliver, who surrendered the only run of this ball game thus far, walked his first time up, and was, of course, thrown out going for home on the Tyler Clout double. First pitch catches the high inside corner for strike one. That barely catches at 60. Gnarly stuff from Drew Gradwell right now. Missed upstairs. He started thinking immaculate inning, but it misses up high, and Oliver gets one back. It's 1-2. He'll do it again and level this count. 2-2 pitch from Gradwell. Missed low, and Oliver has worked his way all the way back into this at bat after falling behind 3-2 early. Or after falling behind 0-2 early. He's run the count full at 3-2. Very little wind here on yet another sunny summer afternoon in the Pacific Northwest. The 3-2 pitch. Runs inside, a one-out walk. And there's a man aboard for Tyler Clout. Same situation as he was in an inning ago. We'll see if Oliver continues to be as aggressive on the base paths. First pitch a little high for ball one. So that one breaks up a streak of 5 straight pitches to miss the zone. 1-1 is poked foul the other way, and Clout will need to defend behind 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Runs inside again. It's 2s. 12 balls and 12 strikes for Drew Gradwell, as Clout just caught a piece of that one. We try again in a 2-2 count. Got him at 57. Both outs here in the second, coming via the K for Drew Gradwell. And there's 2 away.
That one. That could have been. He was right there.
So Yoshi Milady, who struck out his first time up, struck out looking, will take his second round of cuts here in game 2. First pitch sent right side off the base of the wall. Oliver will hold up at third. Milady goes to second. A 2-out double for Yoshi Milady, and he finally bests Drew Gradwell. Everybody's safe, and now John Galgano will have an opportunity to level this game at 1. Takes strike one from Gradwell. That runs inside and moves the count back to even at 1-1. Galgano swings through strike 2. He'll need to defend here. Tying run sits 40 feet away on third. That one broke a little high for Gradwall's tastes, and it's 2-2. A high leverage spot here. The 2-2 swung through, strike three. Drew Gradwall escapes. A trifecta of Ks in the second inning. And he preserves the Game 2 shutout, preserves the one-run lead. We head to the bottom of the frame. 1-0 your score.
Who's that? Yeah. Oh, you got it. Okay.
So back here for the bottom of the second, Philip Thomas will lead things off. First pitch from Oliver drops out of the zone for ball 1 to him. Thomas 1 for 1, one of 2 hits that the Nighthawks picked up in the first inning. His, of course, pretty impactful, the leadoff home run that gave the Nighthawks the 1-0 lead they hold right now. He leaves the 2-0 pitch into that high inside corner for strike 1. Thomas still working from a 2-1 advantage. And he'll line one left side. Worm burner. Galgano able to make the throw in time. A nice play from John Galgano to pick up the first out of the inning. Galgano, technically the second baseman, though he's manning that shortstop position. It will go down as a 4-3. It'll bring Jack Blehouse in 0 for 1 with a ground out in the first inning. First pitch on the way to him. Missed way outside, ball 1. Tried the corner and missed. Drop that in the chat if you know what movie that's from, as Blehouse taps that one foul at 55. One of my favorite baseball movies of all time. Some great broadcasting one-liners, and you know, for someone like me who loves that part of the game, I always get a good kick out of it as Blehouse takes strike 2 looking. The 1-2 pitch on the way from Oliver. Tried the ephus, stayed upstairs, forced Blehouse to squat down. Now the 2-2. Missed outside, and the count's full with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Drew Gradwall, who is mic'd up for this game, pacing a little bit, thinking about that third inning as Blehouse takes a 1-out walk. Fell behind early, worked his way back into it, and he'll get a board here. Bottom of the second here in game 2 of a 3-game series. The Enforcers offense is going to need to find a spark here in the third to prevent dropping this series. Chance Justice steps in, leaves the first pitch inside for ball 1. Oliver up to 40 pitches in an inning and a third, as that's going to drop in for strike 1. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Again, down in the zone for ball 2. 22 balls to only 20 strikes so far for Jake Oliver. And he'll miss low again. A 3-1 hitters count on the way with Drew Gradwall sitting on deck. 3-1 pitch from Oliver. Tagged foul. Nearly a 20-mile-an-hour difference between ball 3 and that foul ball right there. 63 versus 46. Full count pitch on the way. Missed inside, tried to go back down to 46 or 45, but it misses inside. It's a 1-out walk. It'll bring Drew Gradwall to the dish. Gradwall having spun 5 consecutive scoreless innings today on the mound, rivaling one of my favorite major league pitchers who's thrown 5 scoreless in a row, Brian King of the Houston Astros. Gradwall leaves the first pitch outside for ball 1. 1 for 1 with a single thus far, and now he'll have an opportunity to create his own insurance. As he hammers one left side, Blehouse will hold up at third. Everybody goes station to station, a 1-out single for Drew Gradwall, and it's going to be bases loaded with only 1 out.
That was hitting the wiffle and yeah, that was not even close to the strike zone.
So Philip Grossenbacher now with a golden opportunity to extend this lead.
My heat map is way up here. That was that tomahawk top. Yeah, exactly. Need a little more air under it.
Bases loaded, 1 down, bottom of the second. First pitch to Grossenbacher, swung through strike 1.
There you go. I was gonna say that. I like that.
An aggressive hack to open the at-bat. Now the 0-1. Pulled left side. There's 1, there's 2.
Missed the backstop.
That's a tough angle. I didn't think.
Did he get an extra base? No.
And it looked like Blehouse was out at home, but it missed the backstop. So they notched the out at third, but a run scores. It's 2-0 Nighthawks.
I'll go back.
Wait, what? You go back? Why are you going back? That's kind of tough. You're not going back. Yeah, but if the bases were loaded. I'm asking if.
And we've got some debate here.
He was out. Oh, he was out at third. He tagged the base.
And because the runner was out at third, Blehouse's run will count, but it will be 2
I thought you would just throw it home.
after a little bit of deliberation.
1 run score.
A little bit of a confusing play, but we go back to it in a 2-0 ball game, and Philip Thomas takes ball 1 outside. As he pulls one, but it goes foul. Skied it out to left field, but a little early on it.
We need to move the field.
Thomas saying we need to shift the field over about 20 feet. 1 for 2 with a homer and a ground out. As he leaves that one outside for ball 2 and jumps ahead 2-1. Still with 2 outs, a good opportunity for Thomas to add to his home run total as he swings through strike 2. Oliver looking to escape, only allowing 1 more run. He'll tag one foul, and Thomas stays alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the second. Here in a 2-0 game, this being game 2. Deuce is super duper wild. If you guys can't tell, I love saying Deuce is wild. Count runs full, and it's 3-2 now. I can attribute that Deuce is wild saying to my co-broadcaster when we worked for Kansas Club of Baseball. The full count offering on the way to Thomas. And he'll jam one left side. Galgano reins it in. And the Enforcers escape. The Nighthawks strand 2, but get 1 more. We head to the third. It's 2-0.
2-3.
I knew I was going to be in line for his sack, too.
You threw it dead straight.
I think it's yeah. I don't know how. Yeah. It like curved like.
Cause you'd be right here too, right?
Yeah.
Whoever made that backstop just sucked.
Yeah. Needs to be bigger.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like, yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah. Needs to be bigger. Oh.
You don't want to trip over that.
Nope. I definitely would have too.
So it's do or die time for the Enforcers here in the top of the third. Looking to level this game. They're going to need 2 to tie, 3 to take the lead. So at least 2 runs to keep this game going. But they're going to have to get it off of Drew Gradwall, who has been lights out thus far. First pitch to Van Horn drops out of the zone, and this one corrects itself and catches that low inside corner for strike 1. Missed inside to Van Horn, hitting at a 244 clip as he'll pull on left side. Thomas bottled it once, comes up firing. An excellent play from Philip Thomas. A web gem over there at the hot corner. And there's one away. Thomas was boot scooting all around the infield for a second. Didn't know if he'd be able to rein it in. But he comes up firing and delivers one to Grossenbacher for the first out. So back to the top of the order with Jake Oliver, who's got a pair of walks here in game 2, yet to record an at-bat. As that will just barely catch the zone by the thinnest of margins. This one a little more resonant for strike 2. Oliver, of course, always the good sport, willing to point out when he takes a strike. The 0-2 pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Nobody home. Grossenbacher tried for the beanball, but it won't work out. A one-out single for Jake Oliver, his first base hit of game 2. And it brings the tying run to the plate in the form of Tyler Clout. Clout 1 for 2 with a double and a strikeout here in this second game. Now he comes up in a big spot representing the tying run. A wide-legged stance for the 2-hole hitter and designated hitter. Pulls the first pitch. They're going to get the lead runner. Clout will get to first safely. A heads-up play, though, to produce a fielder's choice. Philip Thomas able to nab Oliver. So Clout gets aboard. The tying run's still up now with 2 outs. In the form of Yoshi Milady, who takes ball 1 to open his at-bat. 1 for 2 also with a double and a strikeout as he takes strike 1 there. The 1-1 from Gradwall misses upstairs.
I guess if you don't pitch, yeah, you're right.
This one catches the low inside corner, and the Enforcers down to their final strike in game 2.
This is the left cheek
The 2-2 pitch. Swung through, strike 3. The Drew Gradwall series continues. 2 wins, 6 shutout innings for Drew Gradwall, who puts himself right back in the Cy Young race and clinches the series for the Northern Nighthawks. 2-0 your final score here in game 2.
I'm good over here, dude. I'm chilling. I mean, you guys got quite. I'm team player first. I'm a team player first. I mean. Team player, you guys got this. I mean. Here, I don't want this anymore. I've done my job. I don't know if you know this, but you guys are more athletic than me.
Or you can give it to someone on your team. Choice is yours.
I think DH is ready for it.
Throw on someone in the field, because it's like then we're missing half the. That's what I was gonna say.
Philip Thomas for an interview.
I don't think any of them talk though. Yeah, to be electric. Good. Say everything that's in the inner thoughts that you don't say, just say that.
Getting the Nighthawks on the board with a solo homer, we've got Philip Thomas down with Robert.
All right, Philip, talk about that home run that you hit there to help propel your team to 2 wins so far in this series.
Yeah, you know, Oliver's a great pitcher, and I just needed to get bat on the ball, and you know, anything that could help Drew with his outstanding job on the mound. You know, I was just thinking, you know, make contact and a good thing happened.
What are you feeling now? Winning 2 games, helping yourself in the playoff position. This 3rd game is going to matter too. How are you guys feeling going into that?
I feel like nothing changes. You know, still just take good at bats, make good contact, and pitch really well. And you know, we'll find ourselves in a good position at the end of this.
Yeah. All right. Good luck. Back to booth, guys.
So looking at the standings with 1 game to play here in this series, the Enforcers now drop to 10 and 13. And with the Mojo taking 2 of 3, they've jumped the Enforcers. So the Enforcers now in that final playoff transfer spot, with the Mojo sitting at 11 and 13. A win here would at least keep them level with the Mojo. The Cyclones sit at 9 and 15. So a loss here for the Enforcers would put the Cyclones only a game out of the playoffs. Things heating up at the bottom of the standings with what will only be 2 weeks to play after this.
They're talking about golf.
Oh, I thought you were talking about hockey.
Nope.
So as we get game 3 underway, it'll be Jake Oliver back on the hill for the Enforcers. He's got 2 more innings to work with after throwing 1 inning of game 1. Thomas to lead things off. He'll take a pitch inside off the leg for ball 1, and that's how we begin things here in game 3. Drops out of the zone, ball 2. Not easy to pitch to Thomas because of the pop he's got in his bat, but Oliver's going to make a great play there and do it himself. Says, I don't need any help there, as he steps on the bag. A 1 unassisted for Jake Oliver, and there's 1 away here in the top of the 1st. Jack Blehaus pitching here in game 3 after a dominant day from Drew Groundwall. Dropped his ERA all the way down to 2.49 as that's grounded left side. Tough play, fires to first, and Van Horn's throw a little in the dirt. Milady can't quite pick it. Blehaus, green light on early. He'll find himself on first, a 1-out single. So Chance Justice stepping back in now. Oliver commenting on his walkout song. As that misses upstairs for ball 1.
I think Peter's walkout song last year was like
The 1-0 to Justice misses low, so high, low, and now we'll see if Oliver can find the zone. The 2-0 pitch. Outside, it's 3-0. Justice looking for a 1-out walk here. Dropped back in right at the last second, and Oliver gets 1 back. The 3-1. Missed outside, and after a 1-pitch postponement, the result ends the same, a 1-out walk for Chance Justice. Walking for the 23rd time this season. It's the 30th free pass issued by Jake Oliver in the 2025 campaign. And it puts 2 men aboard with only 1 away for Drew Gradwall. If I had to pick, I'd say he's easily the player of the series. As he takes a ball upstairs. 10 pitches so far for Jake Oliver, 7 balls to only 3 strikes. As his 1-0 to Gradwall is tagged foul. And that'll make it strike number 4. Gradwall, no slouch at the plate, hitting .333. And he's left the yard 6 times as he jumps ahead 2-1 here.
Oh my God, why am I swinging at that?
Aggressive hack right there from Gradwall. Levels the count 2-2.
Come run my eyeballs and I go, oh, that looks good.
Oliver looking to pick up a second out here. And he'll do just that. Freezes Gradwall as it catches the high outside corner. Strike 3 looking for the second out of the inning.
A little too low for me. God damn.
That'll bring Philip Grossenbacher in here with 2 on and 2 gone here in game 3. Nighthawks in search of a sweep. And a win here, like we said, a win here would put them atop the league standings, would elevate them to that #1 seed. First pitch positively flummoxed Philip Grossenbacher. There's your vocab word for the day, flummoxed. As Grossenbacher takes strike 1 on the high inside corner. A 1-1 pitch on the way from Oliver drops out of the zone for ball 2.
Gravel rattle. Razzle dazzle.
Grossenbacher taps it foul and moves the count 2-2. I did just get a message telling me that because they did not play a bottom of the 3rd in game 2, Jake Oliver eligible for the entirety of game 3, and that's going to be a good start to this 3rd game for Jake Oliver. Strikes out Grossenbacher swinging, and the Nighthawks strand 2 aboard in the top of the 1st. So after tossing a shutout top of the inning, Jake Oliver is going to take over on the or at the plate to lead things off in the bottom of the inning. It'll be Jack Blehaus taking the reins for game 3. An ERA of 5 flat thus far this season for Blehaus. As the first pitch is grounded left side, Thomas comes up firing, but he snaps it over the head of Grossenbacher, and it's a leadoff single for Jake Oliver. Win off the house, and Oliver's safe into first to open things up here in the bottom of the frame. So it'll bring Tyler Clout back in. And he'll take strike 1. Clout with the Bluey theme song as his walk-up song. Blehaus missed that one. So far inside, it was outside again. Clout holds off on the 1-1, a little more enticing than the pitch beforehand. As the 2-1 is tagged foul. Clout needing to defend here. The 2-2 pitch. holds off on 52 for the breaking ball. Full count pitch on the way. Clout holds off, and the first two men have gotten aboard here for the Enforcers in the bottom of the first. Enforcers looking to steal this third game, while the Nighthawks look to solidify themselves at the top of the league. Yoshi Milady will step in once again, his first at-bat of this third game, playing first today, and Playhouse misses outside. Grounds one back up the middle, he'll get the easy play. They go 1-3. Grossenbacher thought about coming up firing for second, but he refrains. A productive out for Yoshi Milady, and there's one away. So 2 on, 1 gone for John Galgano. But those two runners sit in scoring position as he swings to the first pitch he sees for strike 1. Galgano at the plate with Isaac Van Horn sitting on deck. As Galgano tried to push one the other way, but it settles foul over by the fire pit. Look out over there. Playhouse ahead 0-2. And a whole heck of a lot of break on that one, but it doesn't find the zone, and Galgano gets one back. Won't matter, though, as he takes a sword to that one, can't connect. Goes down swinging for the second out of the frame. And it's a tall task here for Jack Playhouse to try and strand runners at second and third. Isaac Van Horn now with an opportunity, hitting .239 on the year, 3 homers, 11 hits. And he'll leave the first pitch inside for ball 1. Playhouse the 1-0. Tried to get it to break back in, went a little too far for the tastes of the righty on the hill. 2-0 thought about it, and it...
Yeah, come on, take it! That's a run!
Van Horn, honesty is the best policy for Isaac Van Horn. That ball hit his arm.
Wait, go collect it in front of first. They can pick back. Sorry about that.
Well, it's out of play, so I already get second, right?
So it hit Van Horn's right elbow.
I was already there, you didn't see
Or it hit one of his arms, at least. Oliver thought that it went off the end of the bat as Van Horn swings through the 3-0. He's in a hitter's count here, so a prime opportunity to load the bases. As Van Horn tags it foul, and all of a sudden the count is full. An early high leverage pitch from Playhouse, and he's going to get Van Horn swinging. Jack Playhouse stranding runners at second and third to get the Nighthawks out of a jam. We head to the second, still scoreless.
It definitely hit the ball.
Every close call, my team coaches, I hate it. Multiple games, we reverse runs this year. It's going to be. I agree. There's been multiple times.
I'm good.
Reverse things. And
Only
like,
one cheater that didn't make it to the Hall of Fame.
There you go.
You like kids?
Not a cheater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's up?
Oh. Is he? Yeah, since we're up. I know.
They're
Which
cheating.
one? Which one? Oh, yeah.
I was up there. Yes, I was up there.
I know you guys are hitting a lot. Everybody's getting a lot.
So after some deliberation, it's Philip Thomas who leads off top of the second here in Game 3, a 0-0 ball game still. Thomas grounded out his first time up as he takes outside for ball 1 here in his second at-bat of this third and final game of the series.
No, I definitely struck out Phil last. Pretty sure.
I think I was. Yeah, you did. Okay.
Pretty sure.
So that was before? Or that was just
Yeah, that was his first heavy.
That happened one time. Okay.
Little confusion still.
Yeah, avoid traffic. Figure it out later. They have one out this inning, right?
Yeah, out of order.
The 1-0 pitch is poked foul. It'll run the count even 1-1. Oliver versus Thomas. Philip Thomas.
How nice series. They send that one to center field. Galgano can only reach up and let it fly. Philip Thomas leaves the yard again, and for the second game in a row, gives the Nighthawks a 1-0 advantage. Philip Thomas staying on a tear as he blasts that one to left center field. John Galgano tried to climb the ladder for it, but couldn't quite do it, and it's 1-0 here with nobody away in the second.
I've thrown everybody everything I have. Now I'm just trying to figure out what, you know.
So Jack Blehaus, who singled his first time up, will now step in. And he swings through the first offering at only 40 miles an hour for strike one.
God, can that just be like better?
I'm trying.
0-1 stays up and out for ball one. Before that pitch was a brief moment of Jake Oliver having more strikes than balls. It'll go back to that here as Blehaus takes strike two. 12 balls to 13 strikes for Oliver so far.
Sticky stuff isn't working.
Looking for the first out of this second inning. And he'll get it there. Blehaus tried to use the sword. Cannot connect, goes down swinging for the first out of the frame. There's one down. So Oliver able to recompose himself. And now he'll see Chance Justice, who walked his first time up. First pitch on the way. It'll miss outside for ball one. Oliver, 27 pitches in an inning and a third compared to 19 for Blehaus and only an inning flat. So Jack Blehaus had to navigate some early traffic, was able to get through it though as that pitch was tapped foul. 1-1 misses high for ball two. And Justice will take strike two there. 58 down the pipe for the second strike. Now the 2-2 offering. Little jam sandwich. Looked like it could have dropped in, but Isaac Van Horn gets on his horse and corrals that for the second out of the inning. Tough play to make. It looked like it could have been left for Galgano, but Van Horn comes flying in at the last second and reins it in. Van Horn manning the hot corner thus far tonight. As now Drew Gradwall will step in with two down. First pitch, don't think it was supposed to go that way. It was like a softball rise ball out of the hand of Jake Oliver. This one finds itself just barely catching the zone. Even the Nighthawks had to be a little impressed by something like that. Oliver trying to explain how in the world he just made a pitch like that. Now the 1-1. Swung through strike two.
Now really tricky to do the leg kick, just throw a fastball.
1-2 pitch on the way.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
And he missed outside.
There's no way.
No one saw it.
I wouldn't have doubted it if it turned up at 66. Yeah, just a little more.
2-2 pitch, heck of a leg kick.
I lost my balance.
Oliver trying to channel his inner Juan Pierre. Now the full count offering from Jake Oliver. Trying to go back to the basics, but he misses outside, ball 4. It's a 2-out walk. And it brings in Philip Grossenbacher. Grossenbacher will take ball 1 inside to open up his at-bat. And do the same as that one misses outside, and he's ahead 2-0. Oh, 2-0 misses once more, and Oliver trying to work his way out of this inning while not allowing any more trouble. The 3-0 just catches the zone at 49. Real blistering pitch right there from Jake Oliver. Now the 3-1. Inside, ball 4, back-to-back walks with 2 outs here in the second. And it's going to be 2 aboard for Philip Thomas, who's already left the yard once in this game and twice on the afternoon. Thomas up to 15 homers on the year.
This one? The donkey kick? There it is. There it is.
Thomas still 4 back of current home run leader Zane Phillips of the Cyclones, who of course you saw play yesterday. And he's ahead 2-0. We saw Peter McNeil at least put forth an effort to pitch around Phillips yesterday. We haven't seen much of the same from Oliver, as that one drops in foul, and he'll get one back. Now the 2-1 pitch. Upstairs, ball 3. Thomas looking to make it 3 consecutive 2-out walks. The hitters count. Missed outside. It'll be just that. 3 walks in a row, all coming with 2 outs, and the bases are loaded once again for Jack Blehouse, who's going to have redemption on his mind after striking out swinging in his first at-bat of the inning.
Oh, yeah, but it would be quick. I know. No one would. When the walk. I think we know how to walk off the wall. Go on the fourth. Go on the fourth. And they were all no hitter.
Blehouse 1 for 2 with a single. As he takes ball 1 outside to open up this at bat. Looking to add on a few more runs here in the top of the second. An inning that has begun to spiral a little bit for Jake Oliver, who's behind 2-0 here. Leaves it inside, it's 3. The Nighthawks have only scored 1 run in this inning. So there's still a decent way out for Jake Oliver as he issues another walk. This one's going to bring a run home, and it's 2-0. A 4-pitch walk issued to Jack Blehouse, and it's back to Chance Justice now. Bases still loaded, still 2 away. Oliver only needing 1 out to get out of this inning. Now north of 50 pitches, that's going to be sent toward left. And Chance Justice is going to end this inning. We said Oliver only needed 1 batter to get out of the inning. That's certainly not what he envisioned as Chance Justice leaves the yard, tacks on a grand slam, and makes it 6-0 Nighthawks to wrap up the frame.
It was a long inning, you need you?
No.
Bottom of the second now, getting ready to get underway after a 4-spot. Off the bat of Chance Justice, a grand slam that makes this a 6-0 ball game. Jack Blehouse will be pitching with a cushion now. Oliver steps in 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout, and he fouls the first pitch down the left side. 0-1 drops out. Grounded left side. Thomas comes up firing, and he got trapped underneath Grossenbacher's foot. Never actually reined it in. So Oliver will get a board here to open up the inning, as Grossenbacher never had control. It'll bring Tyler Clout up with a runner sitting on first, and he'll leave this first pitch inside for ball 1. Do the same as he wears ball 2.
Hey, Drew. There's one over there. Next to the...
Clout ahead 2-0 in the count. And he'll pop one up. Thomas goes over and hauls it in. Oliver staying put over at first base, and there's one down. Philip Thomas charging over. He's manning the hot corner right now. It's Oliver choosing to hold up at first. There's one down now, as Yoshi Milady steps in and leaves the first pitch inside for ball 1. Wears that one off the back, and he's ahead 2-0. Back-to-back at-bats, where the Enforcers hitter jumps ahead in the count. This time, though, Milady's going to be ahead 3-0. You assume here it's going to be red light on for the left-hander at the plate, with a run sitting on first and a lot of ground to make up for the Enforcers.
There goes the game.
Blehouse found himself in some hot water in the first inning, hoping not to see the same here in the second. The 3-0 pitch misses inside. It'll be a similar situation as Milady takes a 4-pitch walk with 1 out in the inning and brings John Galgano up to the dish. 6 runs is a tall task, but by no means unheard of here in the AWA. Galgano struck out swinging his first time, and he'll leave that pitch to just catch the inside part of the plate for strike 1 here. 0-1 misses high, and the count goes back to even 1-1. Blehouse spiked that one. Working in a 2-1 count, Blehouse trying to avoid letting the bases get loaded. He misses outside once again, and he's a pitch away from allowing just that to happen. The 3-1. Swung through strike 2. It was green light on for the right-hander Galgano, and the count is going to go full 3-2. Blehouse looking for a critical punch out here in the second. You wouldn't think the score to be so impressive, but again, things can turn around quick in this league. Full count pitch, little jammer. Couldn't make the play. They're gonna get the runner at first. Grossenbacher dropped the pop-up. Might have been able to argue obstruction, but he'll hold off, and there's 2 away on an interesting play over there at first. So 2-on-2 gone now for the bottom of the order with Isaac Van Horn, and he'll leave the first pitch inside. Waves at the second offering, can't connect with 51. Went fishing for it a little bit. Now the 1-1 pitch. Drops out, ball 2. 2 balls and only 1 strike. Blehouse kicks and fires and misses upstairs. It'll be a hitter's count, 3-1. And he'll issue a 2-out walk that loads the bases, with Jake Oliver coming back up. Galgano will take his spot at third. Oliver 2 for 2 here in this third game with a pair of singles. Hitting a .433 clip for the year with 6 homers, 22 runs batted in. First pitch from Blehouse is going to catch the bottom of his bat. Elite ball placement from Jack Blehouse. This one pulled right side going foul, and Oliver's going to need to defend. Blehouse said he most certainly meant to do that when he hit the bottom of the bat, but he's got Oliver in an 0-2 count. A big time spot here in the bottom of the second. Oliver refrains and gets one back. We try again in a 1-2. Little outside for the right-hander's tastes, and the count goes level. 2-2 again holds off, count full. Oliver has worked his way back into this at-bat after falling behind 0-2. Nowhere to put Jake Oliver in a 6-0 ball game. Blehouse comes home. Grounded foul left side. Oliver staying alive here. Got a Jim Edmonds reference here. 3-2 again, misses low, and a run's gonna score. It'll make it 6-1, and the Enforcers continue this inning along. A bona fide walk fest as Blehouse goes for a walk in the shrubbery over by the tree. Blehouse, one with nature, trying to embrace those shrubs and connect with the earth. As Tyler Clout steps in and takes ball 1 inside, does the same on ball 2. Enforcers looking to work their way back into this game. It's going to be skied left side. Thomas goes over and hauls it in to end the inning. A challenging play over there at third, but Philip Thomas is able to haul it in. Then the Enforcers get one, but strand the bases loaded at 6-1 as we go to the final inning of this series.
Oh yeah. I loved hitting. I loved his stance. Does it want? And I couldn't shoot the Ichiro stance in that game. So they fucking had it where he left there. And every time he's standing, you go like this, and I held this every time.
Pitcher change.
Yep. And then you see him in
you got Yoshi.
2K baseball. You play.
Yeah, it's like the defensive alignments. That's you know, it's good to have it, but like pitching is like the one that messes everything up.
Ooh. None of that.
Yeah, I'm up.
He's too great. Take off his ring and
Oh, what's up, back? What? That was big. This little grapevine action?
Oh. This guy James Harrison's shoulder pressing 135 pounds. We got a barbell. Sir, that's not how you do that. Look at this bench press. Look, it goes up and then you come back to it. That's 315 on
You good? You feel?
Football?
Let's be real.
You said after football?
Yes.
Yeah, why did you?
Because I think he did it. No, I think he did it so much.
It duplicated.
Wow.
Good ball.
Yeah. That's what they're scary.
So a pitching change here in the top of the third. Jake Oliver's day is done. Yoshi Milady is going to go to work on the hill. He'll face Drew Gradwell to open things up, and Induces a swing and miss there from Gradwall, who needs to take a walk and reflect on his actions. The 1-1 is jammed right side. It's going to clear one of the first base microphones, but does not go fair. The 1-2. Missed outside, and really humming that pitch home was Milady. 2-2 tagged foul, and Gradwall stays alive.
There was a fucking guy, or the dude that the Mariners drafted, or someone drafted, he scored in the line.
Swung through strike three, had Gradwall swing out of his shoes like it was Matt Brash.
Earned it.
A gnarly first strikeout of the outing for Yoshi Milady, and there's one down.
Dang, the plant's starting to grow in the microphone.
It's like wriggling.
So Philip Grossenbacher will step in now, 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. Swings at the first pitch, grounds it left side on over to first. A routine play for the second out of the inning. They go 5-3. Oliver over to Van Horn. The Nighthawks 6 runs on only 3 hits. And that's going to make it 7. 7 on 4, and you cannot pitch to this man. Philip Thomas leaves the yard again, hits it high and deep into Washington Forest. 7 run with 2 outs in the top of the 3rd. Philip Thomas on fire. Someone get him a supercharged card in AWA Wiffle Ball The Show 26. We're still working out the name. Playhouse chopped center field, caught for the 3rd out. But the Nighthawks get another. It's going to be a 6-run ball game. Enforcers need 6 to tie, 7 to walk it off in the bottom of the 3rd. Bottom of the 3rd underway here. And it's Yoshi Milady leading things off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Left outside for ball 1, and Milady will get 1 back. The 1-2 pitch. Line right side. Nobody hit Milady. He jumped into the bag for some reason. I think he would have been safe if he decided not to jump.
He was running that dig route.
Interesting choice, but it's going to be the first out of the inning. Yoshi Milady tried to show off the hurdles, did not work out, and there's 1 down. It's the 3-4-5 hitters stepping in. John Galgano now with 1 away will take over at the plate. Galgano 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. He'll ground 1. Playhouse waits for it to go fair and delivers to first for the 2nd out of the inning. A 1-3 ground out, and there's 2 down as Jack Playhouse looks to put a bow on it here in the 3rd and final game of the 3rd and final series of the week. A busy one in the world of the AWA, as the Cyclones and the Mojo both stole series from the Aces and Stingers. Backs to the wall for the Enforcers. Van Horn, though, ahead 3-0. My apologies, I accidentally just bumped the mic. I'm sure none of you guys wanted to hear that at home. A 3-0. Missed outside, a 4-pitch, 2-out walk to Isaac Van Horn. It'll bring Jake Oliver back up 2 for 2 with a pair of singles and a walk.
Ace of bat?
I don't know. You can do it.
Hey, what do we call him that?
Give it to me. Give it to him. Sorry.
Okay. So they'll call it a strike. It sounds like it hit the end of the bat.
Lock in on that.
The 0-1 pitch. This one, pretty resonantly a ball.
Well, it's coming in at 45, so.
Playhouse now working from a 1-1 count, looking to wrap this third and final game up. Misses low and goes ahead 2-1. And again, same spot. It's a hitter's count to Jake Oliver. 3-1 pitch. Swung through, strike 2. Count full. Oliver gonna need to defend here. The payoff pitch from Playhouse. Just a little outside. So far inside, it went back outside. And there's 2 aboard with 2 gone. Tyler Cloud 0 for 2 thus far. Does have a walk. So he leaves that one inside. Ahead 2-0 now. We'll make it 3. Playhouse looking to avoid loading the bases on 2 outs. Grounded back to Playhouse. He'll come up firing. And it's lonely at the top for the Northern Nighthawks. They cap off a sweep of the Enforcers and rocket themselves into the #1 seed in the AWA. With only a couple weeks to play, it's game on at the top. 7-1 your final score, and that will do it.
The thing is, I thought I was gonna like miss it. Really?